Hi everyone, this is Aaron, and today we're going to talk about the Apple TV. It's been out for some time, I know, but I like to give you a real honest impression of what I think about it over time. And I've been using it since day one, and I find myself actually going back to it over and over, unlike the original Apple TV that's, well, been around for quite a while, but just seems to sit in the corner. So I got rid of that some time ago and decided to pick up the new Apple TV mainly because it has Netflix on it, and I do like to watch YouTube, and hopefully it'll have some different features in the future. So let's first talk about design. The Apple TV is really small, quite nice, and stays out of the way and is quiet all of the time. There's no fan, there's no noise whatsoever coming from it. It's basically a black box with a little light or LED indicator to let you know that your remote is responding. The remote itself is quite nice. I like it better than the original remote, but what's even better is the use of an iPhone, iPod Touch, or iPad with the remote app. So if you have that, it makes things a lot easier to search with, as you can just type it away on your iPhone, iPod, or iPad, and it seems to work just fine. So other than not much more to the design, let's move on to the interface. So first of all, it's a really nice simple interface and has a lot of different options across the top. And as you see, we're going to movies, and you can see all of your movies laid out really nicely, and you can select them, and once you go into them you have a lot of different options, such as what it's about, who's in it, people's reviews from Rotten Tomatoes. It's really a nice interface, and you can see it's really fast. You can search by genres. You can see all the different genres there: documentary, drama, horror, even by some ratings. You can search and see what's in there. You also can search just by using search, and like I said, it's a little more handy when you have the iPhone or something like that, using the remote app to go in and use it. And you can also see movie trailers for what's in the theaters. It's a really nice addition to having to go to, say, QuickTime on your Mac or PC or any other favorite movie trailer place to see what you want to see. Here we have TV shows. It's basically the same thing as you have on anything else, and you can search by different studios that are currently in there. We also have the internet, and my favorite thing is Netflix, so we'll go ahead and check that out. And this takes a little bit longer to load than some of the others, but you can see it pops up fairly quick, and you've got different suggestions, what you've watched. You can actually search with this, and that's coming to other devices pretty soon, which is really nice. And let's go ahead and check out some of the new arrivals, and you can see it's loading again. It does take some time, and this is actually connected via Ethernet instead of using Wi-Fi, although Wi-Fi does seem a little bit slower. It's not that different than really Ethernet. So here we have some new arrivals. We can go in, we can play them, check them out, and just like everything else is in this in the Apple TV, the interface is pretty standard across the board for what you're looking at. Again, we're loading, and that's kind of a pain, but honestly it's not different than anything else really. So let's go ahead and check out search. And what we're going to do is search. I'm going to use the remote and show you here. It pops up kind of just based on the actual letter. And you can search for whatever movie you might like from whatever's on there. So in here we have YouTube, and we can search, and we're going to search for Zollotech, my actual videos on YouTube. And what we're doing is using the stock Apple remote to do that. Now, like I said, it's much faster to do if you have an iPod Touch or iPad. Using the remote app, zip through there with your normal keyboard, and it makes it a lot better or nicer experience. So we'll go ahead and play, and you can see this is going to load for a moment and actually will then start to play. It kind of pauses for a moment and then goes into the video, or the action of the video. Give it just a moment here. And you can see, there we go. Apologize for the white balance.
Hi everyone.
So there you can see it's loading, and it was a little bit choppy for a second, and I stopped it and just to give you an idea how quick it works or how quick it doesn't work, depending on your connection. And just so you know, I have a 30 by 5 connection, so it's pretty fast, 30 down, 5 up. So this is fairly quick internet. And there's some other options we have in internet as well, Flickr, different things. If you have a computer hooked up with iTunes open, you can use that. And also we have a bunch of different settings that we can browse. I'll let you set everything from your network to your store ID to your original Wi-Fi connection if you have that. In your initial setup, you have to use this remote as opposed to the other remote within the Apple TV. And the reason for that is the Apple TV remote app works via Wi-Fi. So you have to set up your Wi-Fi or your network connection first, or else you won't be able to use this. So that's pretty much it. The Apple TV is a really nice device, and I'm fairly happy with it. I'd really like to see some apps come to it in the future. There has been some jailbroken things, some different things that people have done with the Apple TV that hopefully we'll be seeing from Apple in the future, such as the weather app that was recently kind of hacked onto the Apple TV. So I really hope they do some of that. AirPlay is coming out. Showed you that in the options real briefly. AirPlay allows you to stop what you're watching on your iPhone or iPad and jump that right over to your Apple TV and let you watch it there. That's not out yet. I have played with it a little bit on the beta, and as you may know right now, it's actually disabled. So hopefully it's not in the final build. I can't imagine it would be, but I look forward to that feature as well. You can play all your music and movies and whatever you have on your iPhone or iPad or iPod Touch directly to your Apple TV, and it just sees them. So that's pretty much it. I think it's a really good product, and it's a really great deal at $99. There are other options out there if you want to watch Netflix or anything else, but if you want something that kind of integrates all of your Apple stuff, or iTunes and iPhones, iPads, and anything else Apple you might have, I think the Apple TV is a great choice. If you're not looking for all of that integration, you want just Netflix or something, you may want to look elsewhere. But at the $99 price mark, I think it's probably a reasonable deal to try it out at least. This is Aaron. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and comment, and I'll see you next time.